Welcome to the land of kangaroos, stunning beaches, and laid-back vibes. Today we're uncovering the real scoop on living in Australia. From the pros and cons to the surprising costs and cultural gems, we're exploring what it's really like to call this sun-soaked country home. So, whether you're daydreaming about surfing in Bondi or just curious about life down under, let's jump in. Aussie culture is a delightful mix of laid-back vibes and interesting traditions. Ever heard of mateship? It's the concept of friendship that's as strong as a kangaroo's kick and as comforting as a Vegemite sandwich. Speaking of which, Vegemite is a staple here. And if you don't like it, you're in for a lifetime of friendly debates. And then there's Australia Day, a celebration that's as controversial as a drop bear sighting. It's a day of BBQs, fireworks, and lots of Aussie flags. Another interesting nugget, Australia has more than 10,000 beaches, so you're never more than 100 kilometers from the ocean. And don't be surprised if you see people having barbecues on the beach at sunset. It's a tradition as old as time, and it's all about enjoying life's simple pleasures. Aussies have some pretty unique features. Did you know that no worries is not just a saying but a way of life? Whether you're late for a meeting or lost in the outback, the Aussie mantra is to keep calm and carry on. And speaking of the outback, have you ever heard of the giant lobster? In Kingston, SE, there's a giant lobster statue, and it's not just a roadside attraction, it's a symbol of Australia's unique charm. And let's talk about bush tucker, that's native Australian food. From kangaroo steaks to bush tomatoes, it's a culinary adventure that's as wild as the land itself. Just don't expect to find a good Aussie pub without a kangaroo steak on the menu. Let's start with housing. Finding a place to live in Australia can be quite the adventure. In Sydney, the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment is around 2,000 Australian dollars, about 1,350 USD. Melbourne's a bit cheaper, with rents around 1,800 Australian dollars, or 1,200 USD. Move further out, and you can find more affordable options. Australia's housing market is known for its high prices, but it's not just about the cost. Many Aussie homes have that iconic outdoor lifestyle, with BBQs and swimming pools being the norm. Here's a fun fact. Australian homes often have lifestyle features like outdoor showers, perfect for washing off after a beach day. Now let's talk about taxes. Australia's tax system is a bit of a roller coaster. If you're earning 90,000 Australian dollars, which is about 60,000 US dollars a year, you'll pay about 32.5% in taxes. For higher earners, the rate can go up to 45% for incomes over 180,000 Australian dollars, or 120,000 US dollars. And don't forget the Medicare levy, an additional 2% of your income, which goes towards healthcare. While the tax rates might make you sweat, remember that Australia's healthcare system is top-notch. Free or subsidized healthcare for residents means you won't be breaking the bank when you need a checkup or a visit to the ER. Just don't be surprised if your tax return feels like a visit to a tax jungle. Aussie public services are another highlight. Healthcare is a big win here, with Medicare covering most of your medical costs. The education system is also solid, with public schools being free and universities offering quality education. Just beware of the HECS help debt. That's the student loan scheme that follows you around like a koala on your back. And the public transport system? In cities like Sydney and Melbourne, it's pretty good, with buses, trains, and trams. But let's face it, nothing beats the convenience of a good old Aussie road trip. Speaking of which, did you know Australia has one of the longest straight roads in the world? The 146-kilometer-long Highway 1 in South Australia is a driver's dream, or nightmare, depending on your love for endless scenery. Work-life balance in Australia is legendary. Australians love their arvos afternoons and weekends, spending them on beaches, in the bush, or at BBQs. The average work week is around 38 hours, with plenty of opportunities to enjoy the great outdoors. Companies often offer flexible work hours, and clocking off early on a Friday is practically a national pastime. And let's not forget the annual leave. Australians get a minimum of 4 weeks of paid vacation, plus public holidays. So, if you're into surfing, hiking, or just chilling with a cold drink, Australia's got your back. Australia's natural beauty is as diverse as its culture. From the Great Barrier Reef's coral wonders to the rugged beauty of the outback, there's no shortage of stunning landscapes. The Blue Mountains, with their misty valleys and ancient rainforests, are a must-see. And Tasmania's rugged coastlines and pristine wilderness are simply breathtaking. And let's not forget the wild kangaroos and koalas. Australia is home to some of the most unique wildlife on the planet. And here's an interesting tidbit. Australia has the world's largest cattle station, Anna Creek Station, covering an area larger than Israel. It's a true testament to Australia's vast open spaces. So, what's it really like living in Australia? It's a blend of stunning landscapes, laid-back lifestyles, and some features that you won't find anywhere else. From beautiful beaches and vibrant cities to the unique wildlife and friendly locals, Australia is a place like no other. Sure, there are challenges, the high cost of living, the crazy wildlife, and the occasional bushfire, but they're all part of the adventure. Could you see yourself living down under? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time, mate.